no, I would follow Sister Trinity anywhere.
Running, I would cry. She was like running back across the stage, and she was just like so beautiful to be there.
And you'll be surprised how many people will meet you where you need them to be.
This is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I was like, Pitbull? Do you mean Pitbull?
Not Pitbull.
Do you prefer being too hot or too cold?
Hot.
You prefer being too hot?
I love it. I'm obsessed.
Really?
I'm from Barbados and Zimbabwe. Like, I like heat. I do not like being cold. And I complain about it all the time, all winter long. I love it. When it's hot, you just do less.
Or jump in the water.
You jump in the water, you take a cold shower.
Yeah.
You just don't need to
I'm
move.
gonna have to agree with you on
That's
that.
why, like, you know, island lifestyle, it's very calm, it's very cool.
Catch a breeze.
You know, like, just do less.
Yeah.
Don't get mad.
I prefer being hot because when you sweat, you burn more calories. So, like, I love when I wake up dripping sweat. I'm like, I put in work last night.
I also love wearing short shorts, so it's like, I also
It
can,
just
like,
makes
dress
sense.
better.
Gotta show off the
when it's
legs.
hot, yeah.
That's a great way to look at it.
Why did you laugh so much, Soul?
Because premenopause, you're sweating. So I never thought of it that way. So now I'm gonna be thinking that I'd be like, ooh, good stuff. Put in a workout while I'm sleeping.
Don't you feel,
That's right.
don't you feel sexy when it's hot? You're like, ooh, just like a little bit more skin. Like,
I don't
God,
know.
no.
My hormones might not feel the same.
Yeah, no, I disagree with all of you. Like, I run hot all the time. I want it for the season, I want it for the activities. I don't want my internal temperature to be, like, where I'm a puddle.
Yeah.
I don't find it sexy.
Especially when described as a puddle.
Right. If you say, like, glistening and you say workout, maybe I just need to reframe it, but, like,
There you go.
I'm a puddle. So.
Yeah.
But you
So
know,
here's the
love
thing. I would like hot, like a dry heat. If it's humid heat, I'm not into it. Like, if it's dry heat,
Right.
like Arizona style, just,
LA.
So not here.
That's exactly. Yes.
Yeah, no.
I want it all.
No, but Kayla, I'm with you, but I think that's why I turned it into a profession and teaching spin classes, because I sweat so much and it's so uncomfortable that I was like, I need to like work this into my like favor, and I found a solution.
And I get paid too.
Made to glisten.
Could you ever imagine developing a romantic connection with artificial intelligence?
I love AI. Like, I think it can be scary if you think of all the things that could go wrong. And I think a lot of people think that AI is there to replace us, but it's artificial intelligence. We're the one feeding it. So what really I feel is like society reflection is that they're really scared of themselves. And so what you put your attention on is, where the energy is going to go. So if you're focusing on everything that can go wrong, then yeah, for sure it'll go wrong. So yeah, AI is a great tool. It's a great tool to be leveraged. And I think if you know how to use it to make it work for you, just like your money, you're going to be feeling good. Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
And also we'll text you back.
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, I've had romantic interest for worse things than AI, so like, it doesn't matter to me.
Cheesecake.
AI and I beef a bit. Like,
Okay.
because I'm in a creative role, the company pushes it a lot to use it, but it's getting so much better now where they can clone people and like make these videos. Like, I've seen so many videos on social media where it's like, this girl's like walking across a bridge. She's like, is this AI or is it a real bridge? And then it fades and like she's just standing on a field. I'm like, it's so much better than it used to be, but it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
scary for job security, because like in the beginning we were like, oh, you have like 10 fingers on one hand, so like obviously no one's gonna believe that's real, but now it's like progressing so much. So
Yeah.
just in terms of like job security, for me it's scary.
In the creative way, you mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
I recently heard someone say something that AI isn't going to replace you, but who's going to replace you is someone who's using AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they become
that
more
knows how to
efficient
use
and more
it.
competitive.
Yeah.
So I try to use it as much as possible because I
Yeah.
want to be that person.
Steal them, Joe.
You just gotta educate
Steal
yourself.
them jobs.
Yeah.
So going back to the developing a romantic connection, can you
Right.
imagine?
I can see it happening. I
Okay,
think
probably
it's already
not.
happening.
I was being funny, but
I think it's already happening.
you're already falling.
But
in
yourself?
love.
Okay.
No, not for me, but I think it's already happening in the world. Like,
Yeah, there are a lot of lonely people.
yeah.
Yeah, I
just
can do
look
it.
at blow up dolls. That's
And it's
step
like
one.
it's like Tamagotchi
step
Part
one.
2.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it not kind of the same idea as like falling for someone in a movie? Like it's not real,
People get catfish all the time. What's any different?
Yeah.
but it's catfished by a real person.
Yeah.
Do you get
at
those
least
texts
AI,
for like, "Hi, my name's Alice," blah blah blah, and
I'm
then
a
you
recruiter
realize,
for da da da.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay.
yeah,
That's
don't you
not
remember
real.
meeting me?
What do you mean?
I mean, I was still competitive in the market.
I think there are already bots doing this. I just am not a straight man, so I
Yeah.
don't fall in love with Alice or Anne or Sally when she texts me.
I guess having a relationship with AI depends on what you value. If you value peace and quiet and someone that can make things for you and that's like there to like cater and like or what however you program it, I guess, then yeah, you could fall in love with it easy.
But what about
I
like,
love
holding
like my
hands?
bed. So I don't see why I wouldn't be falling in love with AI. Like you know, my bed gives me good rest. It calls my name all the time. It always welcomes me. It's always comfortable. I can always lean on it. I mean,
You should do bed commercials. Like don't be
A
moved.
mattress commercial, yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not?
Okay, so the general consensus I feel is no.
50-50. Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm like I feel like I could have a
40%
crush
yes.
on AI, but like I wouldn't be in a relationship with
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
An infatuation.
Yeah, an infatuation. In the same way I like have crushes on people in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Have you ever read such a good book that you fell in love with one of the characters?
They're like my best friends.
Okay.
Like when I finish a book, I get sad.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I think just based on that concept,
Mm-hmm.
if you're interacting with like imagine that
Mhm.
character
Talking
responding
back,
back at
yeah.
you.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same idea.
You're
In
right.
that case, if they
Three
get
dots.
that good.
Case closed.
Yeah.
Is smoking something you find appealing?
What are we smoking?
Yeah, smoking one.
Well, the act of smoking, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's sexy or appealing. It's kind of
It's
like
smelly.
who wants to kiss an ashtray?
Especially during the winter, it like smells really bad. As someone that has respiratory issues, smoking is just generally very bad for me. Ruins my voice. I'll catch bronchitis if I'm like. When I was a smoker, I got super sick, so I generally don't like it, unless it's weed. But you can drink weed now, so like I'm.
Right.
Facts.
Or eat it.
I
think it's
listened
so
to a
rude.
podcast on that the other day, and I'm like texting all my friends that vape. I'm like, get off that stuff. You're gonna get a popcorn lung. Like, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
thing.
really, really
It's a
bad for you.
thing.
What's
Yeah.
a popcorn lung?
I don't know exactly what it is, but like I was listening to a story of like the people that created the vape that like there's laws now where like it's passed already, it's been a while, but where they removed like the flavors and all of these things because these kids were getting addicted to it and some of them ended up in the hospital and it was like really, really bad.
It was supposed to help you stop smoking
Yeah,
cigarettes.
like what if you could smoke? Yeah, exactly. What if
Isn't
you
there
could
that
smoke
brand
and-
called like Cool? It was literally
Juul.
called Juul.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the brand. That's
Yeah.
the project. Exactly. I listened to a podcast of that whole thing
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, damn.
But here's the thing, because they make all these flavors, like it actually is like even more addictive than
Yeah,
cigarettes.
Yeah.
that's why they had to remove all of those, and people were not happy, man. Like,
Well, I think the government, especially in Canada, they recognized that that was what was appealing to kids. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, watermelon
Yeah.
It's just in
mango.
Quebec.
And
yeah,
It's the rest of Canada still. Well, I think
every province has
has its own
different-
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah,
But
that
it's
was that was the
slowly-
one time I was like, go go, one time. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is probably not
there's
supposed
not
to
a lot of go with like a.
Yeah.
it's slowly converging to like mint and like tobacco flavor
Yeah.
in the same way like smoking is. Oh, so Alanna, is smoking appealing to you?
No. It's
Okay.
not appealing. It's not appealing. I think it's addicting.
Okay.
And as someone with a very addictive personality, it's a thing.
Same.
Yeah.
I was curious to ask this question because I feel like I've been hearing a lot more about like smoking coming back as like
It's bad.
young,
It's bad.
like younger people are like smoking cigs and
Yeah.
being like feeling like that coolness
Yeah.
trap that was like promoted.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like we did like a
right?
full circle. It was like, okay, then it was vaping, and then everyone's like, ew, vaping's so gross. But now everyone's addicted to nicotine, so it's back to cigarettes because it's
Yeah.
the cooler thing and potentially better
Tobacco
for you.
Yeah,
company
'cause it's,
wins
like,
again.
organic.
Yeah, tobacco company keeps
Yeah.
winning every time.
Well, here's the thing. So, like, you know, on a certain level, like, everyone is kind of lonely, and smoking is a very communal activity. You're always
Is
You
it
know,
like the corona?
you're always-
cigarettes.
you're always giving someone a cigarette. You know, when you're at a party, if it's awkward, you go and the smoking area is a little bit more intimate. You come back and you make a friend. So, like, as soon as you start smoking, you're like, I don't know if I could ever stop doing this because I've just gotten this access to community in a way that, like, you don't when you're at a loud party because you're just kind of like stuck there. And
Same idea as drinking. in
yeah,
that
same.
context, Yeah.
Same, yeah. So it's like, I'm not surprised smoking's back because did it ever really go away? I mean, I think people got more health conscious because you couldn't do it inside, but like the act of it is very addictive because it becomes a part of how you socialize.
I would extend that and even talk about like along the same thread, anxiety, stress, like it. I think that's a big part of it too.
Yeah.
It's like a solution to that.
Yeah.
I would say also it's back on social media. Like for so long, it was like, you know, in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, whenever it like started getting banned.
They used to promote it.
Yeah, they used to promote it and then it got banned. But now I feel like because Instagram doesn't have like the same rules like movies do, that it's like now it's everywhere and like people are smoking in reels and stuff.
It's
Yeah.
like an aesthetic
Yeah.
thing.
Like it's, I find like, I guess like on my algorithm, like I don't see people vaping in videos because I feel like everyone has the vaping ick, even the people that vape. But it's like smoking cigarettes now is still like a cool thing. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know, for me, whenever I was seeing like a grown man like with the bright vape in his hands, I'm like, oh, that's a baby. He's got a grown up pacifier. Yeah, because they're always like,
Just sucking on it.
and I'm like, yo, so repulsive, like, ill.
Fun fact, not fun at all actually. I babysat once for my uncle and I had a can of Nestea and I went into the kitchen and like was like cleaning up dinner for the kids and took a swig of the Nestea.
Oh god, don't tell me it was the ashtray.
It was
No.
chew tobacco
Ew.
from the day. It was so
Cut the cameras.
I feel like I've done this too.
It was so
It was like a cigarette. That's just
And then
disgusting.
you start going through like the motions of like, oh, this was like
Realizing.
chewed
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's already
in
that
someone's
ABC
mouth.
gum.
Like this is like it's not even like fresh. It's like
I'm so sorry.
the output.
You need a trigger warning.
And then he never drank Nestea again.
Wait, hold on. How do you know that it was actually chewed? Because when somebody puts their cigarette inside of a...
No, it wasn't a cigarette. It was chew tobacco. So you
Yeah.
put it here, like you literally chew,
okay,
and then you
okay.
spit it
Yeah,
out
okay.
when the flavors like soak into your gums.
Got it.
Yeah.
That sounds like gum disease. Like I know all is bad, but that just sounds like
That was kind of
you're
what
begging
happened,
for it.
actually.
Yeah. What kind of fan fiction would the person to your left be obsessed with?
But I don't know what your interest.
I don't know what mine is.
But it's
I also don't know. Like what?
But it's fun to guess.
Okay, yeah, just guess.
A fandom.
Well, I love Disney. Pick a Disney.
Oh,
character.
Disney. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, Disney. Okay, I don't know why the first thing that popped up in my head is Jungle Book.
Oh really?
Oh my god, yes.
I was thinking that-
Absolutely.
I was thinking like Little Mermaid,
Oh,
just because you're a
that-
redhead.
That's rude.
Sorry, I
You
really love
go
Little
deeper.
Mermaid.
I have depth to me.
You don't think Ariel's deep?
No.
Okay.
What? No, I'm kidding.
She's literally so deep.
Literally so deep she's in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, vibes.
And she
Yeah.
went to go see
Yeah, that's
Ursula.
correct.
You
I
can't
could-
believe
She
it.
I
has
could
an
fan fiction
existential
Jungle Book.
crisis. She doesn't even like what her species is. Like, she's pretty deep.
Tell me something you like, and then I'll go with it.
Oh.
I love fantasy.
Football? Fantasy football.
No.
Fantasy football. Yes.
No, no, no,
That's
the
no,
lords
no,
and
no.
the ladies. Like,
No.
Oh, like Bridgerton?
Well, I love Bridgerton.
Okay,
Okay,
Bridgerton
yes.
fandom. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but
That's what.
I mean,
yeah.
so
That's my answer.
So
you
I'm-
can't, you
I'm
can't
kind of
correct
upset.
her.
You
Well,
can
no.
reject.
I'm just trying to explain.
Okay, no.
like,
Ooh, do you like Prince Harry?
Oh.
Yeah, okay, Prince Harry fandom.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
clearly
for sure.
you brought up Ariel, so we're gonna bring up red hair.
I mean, I love a ginger. Yeah,
Okay, so
Okay.
yes, Prince Harry fandom.
I would love that. If it was like a gay Prince Harry thing, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It might not be fandom. If you're right.
Into it. You could get it.
Uh,
Do you like K-pop?
No.
Okay, well they have a lot of fans.
I mean, they do have a lot of good music, but
Okay.
I
don't
just
really
pictured
like
What
that.
did you watch growing up?
I just pictured Soul at a Blackpink concert. At a
Yeah,
Blackpink concert.
Okay, so maybe
You're
not
gonna have to
Harry
do some
Potter.
Googling
but,
after.
like,
yeah, 100%. I feel like it's a person.
A band.
Oh,
Four.
okay, got it.
Um,
I could give you a hint.
Yeah, give me a hint.
Andy Cohen.
Oh.
Wait, like you mean like Bravo fanfiction?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'd fuck with that. I love
Like
Real
specifically-
Housewives.
Yes!
Love, yes. Oh my god. Absolutely.
Which, okay, no, let's
Wait,
not
so-
start.
Wait,
What-
are you a Beverly Hills or are you a Salt Lake?
Oh god, they're so good in
I
different
know,
ways.
I know, but they're different.
I think originally I liked Beverly Hills in terms of the OG, but Salt
Mhm.
Lake City made an entrance like nobody else.
It's just so messy and terrible.
It is. Is she
good.
out yet?
I don't know.
God, I have to look.
Oh, the one that
Out
went
of
to
the
jail?
closet?
Yeah,
which
Jennifer
one?
Shaw.
They're just so crazy.
Wait,
Like the woman, sorry.
I was gonna say, to clarify, is she out yet? Alana was thinking out of the closet, and I was thinking out of prison, so.
Where is
Prison.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
prison, yeah.
Okay.
Her time keeps getting. Anyways, it's yeah, it's interesting.
It's insane.
No, so
Never
I have a
seen that.
question.
Yes.
Crossover housewives. Like, who would be your dream couple, like fan fiction couple from different franchises if they came together?
I would love to
It was
see like a
interesting.
Potomac woman with like a Beverly Hills man because I feel like it would be just be so.
Potomac?
Real Housewives of Potomac.
Watch
We're
the Love
so into
Hotel.
it.
Watch the Love Hotel.
Really?
There's
I thought
two
that was a
women
movie.
from Potomac in that
They
Love
are.
Hotel.
They are so.
There's Giselle and what's that other one? The young
Ashley.
one, the Ashley, the one
Oh,
that's in
Ashley's.
you're in it.
Ashley's crazy.
Listen, she was looking for a daddy.
She that was who
I
she.
know, but
So
she
am I.
wasn't
That's
trying.
all she
was-
dates.
She was trying to get away from it, and she got
What do you mean?
right back in it.
Okay, we're losing
Yeah,
track.
sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I was like, they're Real Housewives. They only date
okay, we're getting off
daddies.
track. Cut it.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Silence on set.
Who do I?
Me.
Okay, you. Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, sure. Taylor Swift.
I would say for Kayla. Okay, I'll just say what the first came to mind. I don't know why, but I was thinking Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh my god.
Oh, I
was
love the
thinking
Vampire
too.
Diaries.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
I've watched a couple episodes of Buffy, but I couldn't get into it because it was so old.
Sorry.
Like the effects weren't
I'm
doing
sorry.
enough for me.
Come again.
No,
And I was like, wow, I feel really.
Like,
Feel really attacked.
It was an attack.
when you go from like 2025 effects of vampires and you go to the 90s,
Right.
it's really not
Just
that.
look the same
It's not
now.
the
I'm
same.
sorry. Have you watched Interview with the Vampire?
I haven't.
Another good
the
one.
original.
Yeah. Yeah.
Share a moment when you stopped yourself from reacting in an old pattern and chose a path more aligned with who you are.
It's just because I thought of this the other day. So I am someone who's like very, very open, but not a lot of my friends are. Say like for me, I'm like anyone can retell my story to someone else, and I think if I said it out loud, it doesn't matter if it's shared. But sometimes, because I'm like that, I in the past have like mistakenly said things that people have said to me to other people, and they were like, "Why did you say that to people?" And in my head, like I didn't understand. Like at first, I wouldn't understand why they cared because I'm like, "Why does it matter?" but it's like it was something that was personal to them. Never like big things, but like things that I didn't understand were personal and not wanted to be shared. So now I feel like I've caught myself a few times just like almost about to say something and I stop and I like think of the other person instead of thinking the way my brain thinks.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny. I was watching a video on Instagram and of Brandon saying that, like, you know, if you don't feel like you're getting something from someone, or if you feel like people are mistreating you or something like that, you need to start treating people how you want to be treated. And I've been thinking of that a lot recently because, like, I had a crush on this guy and we've already kind of like hooked up and whatnot, but like he doesn't text back a lot. And, you know, I really was just like getting really frustrated, and normally like I'll get like really upset and like I'll like lash out and be like, I don't want to date you anymore. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be different. And I was like, have a good week. See you when I see you. And I was like, that is very different for me. Because normally I just give up and I'm like, move on, you know?
Yeah. Give the energy you're getting.
Yeah.
But like, does it feel petty or does it feel?
It feels petty. I'm petty police.
No, but like it must still be rewarding.
No,
Not...
it felt better to do it like that. Because like even if it doesn't work out, I'm not like getting mad about it. Because I didn't like. My fear is that if I give up too early, it's my fault. Because like it could have worked out if I was just more patient and less needy. Yeah.
So you're like you're
self-sabotaging.
Yeah, you've been catching it.
Yeah. So instead of self-sabotaging, I was like, have a nice trip to Quebec City. I'll see you when I see you. And then if it works out, it works out. But if not, it's okay.
That's maturity.
Yeah.
Right there. That's growth.
Allegedly.
You know, you can still like download ChatGPT and have a conversation.
When in doubt.
I find I've found myself in many situations where like I want to go on the defense and be like, here's how I feel, and here's my interpretation of how things have been going, and here's maybe where you should like take a bit of accountability. But it was a shift of being like, okay, what's my goal here? I want to keep this opportunity. Like, I enjoy this. How can I respond in a way that I think this person will end up wanting me to stick around? You know what I mean? Versus, like, will me pointing out that he had flaws, or, you know, he should take accountability for certain things, will that get me to my result? Probably not. So it was like a moment where I was like, oh, like, let's just put a pin in that. You can save that for you. And, like, let's focus on how to get what you want, you know?
On my end, kind of like the same as you. Like, I had a family member recently, actually within the last week, Friday to be precise, that like when they saw the way that I was dressed and what I was wearing and like the accessories that I had and the way my hair was done, they were like basically telling me like, why you gotta be so extra? Like, you're gonna attract the wrong attention. And for me, it was kind of like, if you think I'm doing this for attention, like, you're not right. Like, something's going on there. Like, this is for me, and like, this is how I feel good. I feel feminine. Normally, I would have taken that in, and like, my self-worth would have gone down. Like, I would have beat myself up. Like I would have, like, the voice in my head would have been like vicious, and almost like taking what they would have said and like spinning it and making me feel like whatever I see in the mirror is not the reality. And I had a moment where I like sat with myself in the car after, and I was like, okay, you're going somewhere, you're gonna go have fun, this is how you look, you did that for you. Like, reminding me. And not taking it in, like, kind of like water on a duck's back and removing that. And so I was actually really proud that I caught myself having that conversation and letting myself tell myself that, like, don't beat yourself up. Like, that's their misconceptions that they're projecting onto you. Like, they probably want to be as loud and taking up as much space as you and like living as large as you and like be that extra and really not care what other people think, and you're just doing it. So don't let it get to you.
If one parent confided in you with a secret, would you keep it or tell the other parent?
I would keep the secret.
I was gonna say that's so context dependent. Like,
Yeah.
Say more.
I don't know, like if it's
If your mom
I
had a
don't
secret boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's so
that's,
crazy
that's
to
just,
imagine.
That's a
Yeah.
little dramatic.
something that affects the other parent in a way that like I guess I feel like they should know this. But I don't know, it's like such a bad place to put a kid
Mm-hmm.
in general. Just like if it's about the other parent, it's context dependent. If it hurts the other parent and you know like it's important information that they should talk about, well, okay, actually, I probably wouldn't tell the secret. I would probably just put pressure on that parent to tell the other one.
You're good. I would blackmail.
Yeah, I don't think I have that type of authority, but like, yeah.
You just got the authority.
Well, I know
I'm just
the
kidding,
power
I'm
of the
kidding.
secret, but I don't know. This scenario is wild to play in my head right now.
Yeah.
It is.
I just wouldn't do it because like I don't want to be in the middle of other people's drama, and so I just wouldn't do it. So let's say you are friends with a couple, and one of the couple is like a cheater. Is it then on you to tell the other person?
If I know about it, I'm telling.
Me too.
But I also don't know what their rules are. Like sometimes people don't like sometimes they lie to their friends.
Well, my first question would be, how did you get the information? Did you just catch it, and you're assuming that that's what it is, or did they actually come out to you and tell you?
Right. And was it followed by like, don't tell, please don't tell?
Oh, if they did that, I'd be like, absolutely not. Do not involve me in this. Like,
Right, like
it's
it's so context
yeah, I would.
dependent.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would
I
like
agree.
leave before that conversation started. They'd be like, please don't. I'd be like, I'm up.
Right, like I don't want
I'm
to.
up.
Okay.
Don't involve me.
Yeah.
Like, because
How
that's
do you
your.
start these conversations.
Well, no, but I'd be like, I just really don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't mean it. Like, let's not even hear no evil, see no evil. Goodbye. Yeah.
When it comes to like parents, because you're like biologically bound in theory to them, if there is indiscretion on one parent's side, you're almost, if you don't tell the other, it's almost like a loyalty thing, right? Of like, who are you more loyal to? But like you said, Kayla, you put pressure on the other parent to be the one to share the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's fair to talk about your relationship to your children.
Absolutely.
It
That's
puts you in
that
such a
one
bad
right there.
spot. Like, what am I
Yeah.
supposed to say? Like, agree with you about the bad things you're saying about my other parent? Like,
It
It's
it
just
feels like
awkward.
manipulation a bit. Yeah.
and like, you have other people to talk to that probably is better than your children. So, I don't know.
I feel like that's such a common thing for like kids of divorce and like having to navigate what's being said about each parent, how good or bad or whatever.
Yeah.
You're always hearing like stories bouncing back and forth. Alanna, you have experience with
Like
that?
entirely, yeah. I ended up like my parents got divorced when I was 17. And it like it really played with me because like you realize like when your parents really don't like each other and they're talking bad about each other and you are you are from both of these parents, it makes you hate parts of yourself. So like I've just come, like I tell my parents like we only say nice things about each other now. Like say I remember once like my dad was like, oh, you're acting so much like your mom. I was like, thank you, that's a compliment. Like it's like we don't use that in like a negative way because it makes me hate parts of myself and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And so now like I focus on the good parts of my parents and like I just try and, I mean it's been like over 10 years of their divorce, but it's like I do not want, it's just a bad thing for like a kid to grow up in. Like I was 17, at least I like could understand it more. But even like while my parents were still together and fighting, like when I think back on it, it was like I was such a daddy's girl, and that's why for a while, like a few years, like I was so rude to my mom. And it's like because of things that were being like said, like not nice things about my mom that were in my head.
Yeah.
Like both my parents are very nice individually, just
Yeah.
we're good together.
It even happens in like successful like even if they don't get divorced, like, you know, there'd be like things that my dad would do that would like drive my mom crazy, and like I would never, if my mom confided in me that she was like frustrated with my dad, I wouldn't go and like tell my dad, but it still was a very awkward position to be put in, because I was like, but I love you both, and you know, like it actually makes you more afraid that like maybe it's not gonna work out, you know.
If your exes sat on a panel,
I'm already laughing.
That's the visual.
what's one thing they'd all agree on about you?
Oh shit.
High maintenance.
needy.
Even though I'm not really, like, I'm pretty laid back. But only, like, losers would think I'm high maintenance like that when it's basic standards.
Hopefully I'm the one that got away.
I'm just picturing like people holding up boards, and instead of numbers, it's just like a word.
I don't know. I feel like all my exes, like, we had like really cute relationships. It just didn't work out, you know.
See, that's the difference
So.
between your exes and mine. Nope.
I'm picturing them on a panel, like, I don't know, like, probably saying, I think I'd be, like, told I was, like, needy, but how I'm picturing it being is, like, them saying anything bad about me and me handing each of them the love letters they wrote to me. Like, laying it down. And I'm like, no, you can't say that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun visual.
Yeah, they probably would say I was needy.
I see nothing wrong with being needy. You should, like, if you're in a
Yeah.
relationship, you should expect a lot from your partner. You should receive a lot from your partner. You should give a lot to your partner. Like, that's
To
why
a
you're.
certain extent. Like, there's some people that are just like leeches, and it's like,
That-
get
yeah.
off me, like.
No, I mean like I like holding hands. And, like, I like
Oh my God,
cuddling
yeah.
and
Like,
I like
always
spending
touching,
time.
like, some, as long as like a toe is
Yeah.
touching something.
That's what I mean. Like I like
Yeah.
I need that physical. They'd be like,
Yeah,
it can feel needy if the other
To the wrong
person
person.
isn't.
I get that. That was
Yeah.
Like,
me and my
you know-
ex. Yeah, he was
Well,
a very like touchy, and I was like, get off me, like,
Yeah.
like let me breathe. And it's because it's not my thing. But there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. That's not
Yeah.
a bad thing. That's
Yeah.
just you're just different people.
Yeah, you're not needy, you just have needs.
Facts. That's
Yeah.
literally what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have every right to like ask for that.
Kayla, what do you think? I know exes.
I mean, I don't have any. So they wouldn't say much.
Silent panel.
My panel's on a break.
She's got a perfect score.
Well,
Across
that's
the
good
board.
though. That's
Yeah.
good though.
No
They have nothing-
attendance means that I won.
Yeah.
Whatever competition.
Yeah, whatever
this
debate
is.
that one. It's like when the police don't show up if you get a ticket.
Yeah. I'm pardoned.
Alanna, have you been there?
No, I've actually never even gotten a ticket. I just no.
No, like I ran into an ex when I went to my college reunion, and he was like, yeah, you kind of like were the one that got away. Like you're so
Oh,
great,
no.
and I was like, oh, thanks.
You're right.
I was like, but he's like married with a kid. It was very awkward.
Oh, not cute anymore. Not
Yeah.
cute. No.
I still felt cute because like I was like single at reunion, so I was like, yeah, see, like you missed out.
From an anthropological lens, what's happening with Labubu?
Who's Labubu?
I just won one.
Is there a thing that I'm supposed
Yeah.
to know about?
It's a little monster. So I just won one on a Instagram giveaway, but it's the only reason I knew what it was is because one of my friends, he like went shopping for his niece and he told me he got Labubus, but this is like 2 months ago now. And now, like, I was like, what the hell is Labubu? And we had, like, this whole Labubu thing, and now every time he talks to me, he calls me Labubu. But I thought it was
I just don't-
boo, like a little cute me, you know? And then
Is
when
this
I
like
saw
a
what they
French-
look like, I'm like, that's insulting.
Yeah.
To begin. But where I'm going with this is I'm giving it to his niece, because I'm like, but even, like, my roommate, she, like, saw the Labubu in my room. She's like, you got a Labubu? I was like, I won it. It was just, like, I did enter the contest, so it's only fair.
I still don't know.
Mijon.
It's still so...
Is it like a
It's like a
teddy
little-
bear?
It's like a little monster that people, like, hang to their purses, and people hang them to, like, Birkins and
But it's
stuff.
not alive, right?
No.
It's just, I
I
feel like I've just been living under a rock.
Okay, so
I don't know
But-
either.
But also, I
Oh.
think it's because, like, it's from China, right? Yeah, and
This is
China
just a
and
doll
their
thing.
branding go crazy. Like, I feel like the Chinese just know how to market
This
things
is like
so
this
well.
is like
It's the
Beanie
blind
Babies.
box.
Is it the new Hello Kitty or?
Yeah, I guess it's like a
Like-
Hello
Oh, I have a Hello
thing.
Kitty chain.
Okay, now I know.
Yeah, I know.
I have no
Okay,
idea what's
Kayla.
going on.
I feel like you know what's going on with Labubu.
Well, yeah. So,
Logical lens, please.
from my Gen Z lens, I don't really know what's going on with the hype, but I do have a lot of influencers that I watch on YouTube, and specifically this one YouTuber, Miss Remy Ashton. she had a whole a claw machine at her wedding. So and all the guests were going crazy. Like, I've never seen so much hype around like trends, and like it's everywhere, and it's, I don't know, I kind of judge a bit because it's like super materialistic, but
Yeah, see, that I feel like I don't know what this is because I hate stuff like that.
yeah, like I'm not a consumer.
I don't like kitsch, like kitschy stuff.
Yeah,
Like
and
when
it is.
when you just have like stuff but you don't use it.
Yeah.
Like
The
so
whole
like I
point-
would never.
The whole point is it's like a blind box, so you don't know what you're gonna get, and there's like a set of 12 or something,
Yeah.
and then you open it and you're like, oh, it's the blue one. I kind of hate the blue one. I'm gonna buy another one so I get the
And
secret.
then where do you put it?
Collectibles.
I don't know.
But
On
my
a
thought,
shelf,
Probably.
Yeah.
and then it just sits there.
Yeah, collecting
Ugh.
dust.
it's also
Yeah.
probably like a like high like resale value. In my head, I'm like
Maybe.
thinking of it as like, when, I don't know if you guys parents did
Beanie
this, but if you got
Babies.
a doll, like there was some like Barbies I wasn't allowed to take out of the box. I feel like it's gonna be that kind of thing, because then they were. I don't know what happened to any of
I
those, because
feel
I know I never got no money for those Barbies, and I still never got to
I
take
feel
them out
like
of the
it's
box.
all a scam. Like
Yeah.
whenever they say there's high resale value,
How do you know it's the first time they're like
you're
out?
never gonna
No,
sell
but those
it.
Barbies
Like,
did sell, not to me.
But it does make me think of like Furbies or like any
Yeah.
like trendy thing where you can get your own little thing and then it's like you're part of like this community
Yeah,
that
it's
has a thing.
Yeah.
mhm.
It's
Beanie
just
Babies.
it's just like the current thing of the moment.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly like the right word. It's a community. Like if
Yeah.
you have something, like that is how you sell a product. It's not about the product, but it's like you
Yeah.
have it, so thus you are part of a community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I hate that stuff. Like I don't know why, but like
Catch 'em with a boo-boo.
stuff that I don't use drives me crazy. So like there was even to the point where like my mom would always like buy these candles and then she'd put them on the table but she never light them.
Yeah.
And like I always used to tease her like lovingly, but like
Yeah.
I used to be like, Mom, like can we light these candles one of these days? Like
Right.
I don't like seeing the dust collecting on the wax.
Yeah,
Like, it drives me
yeah.
insane.
So then like my mom started like, at some point she changed her behavior. She started lighting the candles and I was like, thank you.
Let there be light.
Well, because it's like, what's the point of having it if you never use it? Like it's just,
Mm.
ugh.
For sure.
All right, I have
Yeah.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
What was the labubu of your youth? Like the thing.
There were so
Beanie
many.
Babies.
Yeah, there was Beanie Babies, there was Tamagotchis, there was.
Yeah.
I think for me, my childhood ended with everybody tripping on Pokemons, and I was like in the retail store selling them to kids, and I was like, ugh, what is this? Like, why is everybody going nuts? That
So-
was the end for me. Like, that's.
That was you?
Yeah, my super close friend had a huge Beanie Baby collection, and he was always talking about how the resale value.
Yeah.
I don't.
Care Bears.
I think they just ended up in the trash.
G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
Tonka trucks. I mean, I could
Well, also,
go
like-
on
also,
and
like-
on
also,
and
like,
on.
when-
Did you have all of them?
Trolls, the little troll,
Oh.
that was probably
But
the
also,
biggest
like-
Trolls are still a thing.
Also,
They're
like-
a cartoon now.
Like,
Yeah.
like for little
Actually-
boys, like the
Yeah.
action figures, like Transformers and Power
Smurfs.
Rangers and stuff. And,
Smurfs.
you know,
Yeah,
but I,
yeah.
I was
There's so
gonna
many
say,
now.
like, because I would get, like, hand-me-downs from my cousins that were Beanie Babies and Trolls, so, like, that technically wasn't my era. But for me, it would be, like, Webkins. That was a big
Oh.
thing.
I
I
never
loved
had
Webkins.
one. I never had
this is
one.
It was-
another thing I don't know.
Oh my
they were,
god.
They
How
were
old are you?
plush toys.
I know, right? I'm like, what?
26. Okay, I'm 29, but I'm like, I remember when webcams were a thing, but I never got one.
Not webcams.
Webkins. Webkins.
What were
Same
you?
thing again.
What were you doing with your webcam?
I also remember when webcams were a thing, but
And the
webkins.
link to
I-
Alanna's cam show is right here.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I think we're in the
Send
webcam
tokens.
era. We're in our OnlyFans era. Like everyone's webcamming.
No, but the one where you had to plug it into your computer and like put it on the top and then.
Mm.
Oh my. Sorry.
Okay, so back to webkins.
And,
What are those?
so they were like plush toys that
Okay.
came with a code, and you could log them in on an online game. So then that plush toy became your character in the game.
It was kind of like
so it was
Sims.
like pre-Sims?
Yeah.
It was kind of like Sims.
Post Sims.
Post-Sims.
Sims, yeah.
Okay, they're trying to bring it to the real
Love
world.
Sims.
Yeah. But I love Sims and I loved Webkins.
Yeah,
so.
makes sense.
But you could make your webkins like sleep together.
No.
You
He
can-
tried.
but you
Believe
can
me,
do
he
it with
tried.
Sims.
That's a kid's game.
Yeah.
Kayla's like, what is happening?
Is it kind of like Smurfs? Like we're not sure how they reproduce, but they just have.
I never thought about it.
Oh my god, remember Crazy Bones?
What?
Oh. Rough, tough
It's just
crowd.
you.
Just you, baby.
You collect them, you stand them up, and then you're the person across from you would stand theirs up, and if you hit theirs and it knocks it over, you get to keep both.
We just steal people's toys.
Yeah.
Basically.
Collected them all.
Oh my
You clearly always won because you look so happy about it. The kid who lost all the time.
In what ways do you most need reassurance?
I think a little bit about like my weight
I'm just
and
kidding.
like physical appearance.
Like what's the best compliment someone can give you? To
You
make
look good
feel
today.
You look good today.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. No,
But nothing like more like personal? Like
I don't know. I just always had really, really low self-confidence growing up, and I had like a really big chubby face, and I don't know. Like if I hook up with someone and they're like, "You're so beautiful," I'm like, "Oh my god, stop."
but keep going.
But I'm like, don't stop. I'm like, no, don't say it. Like, don't say it. I can't. Like, you know, it's really hard.
But on the inside, you feel like.
I like need it. I like want it. You know, but it's hard for me to even like hear it.
You look great today.
Thank you. My low self-esteem.
I'm curious.
It sounded like you referred to me as your low self-esteem.
My low
Thank you, my low self-esteem.
No, it's just it's hard to admit that. 'Cause it's kind of like a dumb thing, you know, like
No, it's not dumb.
It's not
It's not
dumb.
dumb.
like
at
it will take
all.
me like half an hour to get dressed because I'm like, oh no, not that. Oh, this doesn't feel good. You know, like I'm like very.
Half an hour is impressive.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good timing.
Well, no, but like I'll do dumb things like I'll like put on a whole outfit and then I'll just take it off.
Let's
'cause I
Stop
rephrase
saying
that.
they're dumb.
Let's
Yeah, let's
rephrase that.
Sorry,
change those words.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
I'll do
Silly thing.
silly things.
And then you're just being silly, and then you
Could
tell
be
yourself you're a
better.
silly food.
Like I had a whole other outfit on today, and then I was like, no, I don't feel like I look good in it. You know.
But it's because you were supposed to wear white, and everything works
Yes,
out for a
no,
reason.
no.
Yeah.
We're on the same cycle, and I just was like, you know.
I'm so sorry if we're all on the same cycle, because I'm in PMS mode, and I feel bad for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm curious though, Mijon, if when you've been in a partnership and has there been moments where you've like asked for the person to tell you look good, and how does it feel differently because it's not organically coming up?
So for someone that has low self-esteem about the way that I look sometimes, I always end up with a partner that's like, you're beautiful. And I'm always like, okay,
That's good.
thanks. This is great. I need it.
That is good.
Yeah,
Sure.
but it's like why would if that's the case, then why do I still feel that way sometimes? You know.
So do you jump into dating people that reassure you in that way, and then you maybe like ignore other things because you're like, oh, I have this thing. They tell me I'm beautiful, so
Like
maybe I don't need to see
like
the red
flags,
flags or like the
Like someone
emotional
who's good at
ways.
compliments, but not, might not.
I never see a red flag until like, you know, it's way too late.
Until it's black.
Yeah, until it's like
Until it's burnt like a bacon.
Yeah, yes. I only seem to date red flags.
At least they compliment you.
Yeah. It's good while it lasts, and then it's just done. Yeah.
Does anyone have any like thoughts for Mijon on this? The self-confidence part of like
Affirmations. Say things you want to hear
Yeah.
from other people to yourself.
Yeah, put post
And high five yourself in the
I
mirror.
do that in the mirror sometimes. You know, like
We'll do
like,
more.
Like no, like you know when I said like I was saying odd or
Yeah.
like silly.
Yeah.
Like there have been moments where I've just been like, no, you look good today.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
and then like you know.
But I think also do it like before you're like fighting against yourself. Just do it. Like start positive, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I've been in therapy. Well, not now, but like I went to therapy a lot
Yeah.
growing up, and so like when I find myself in a negative thought pattern, I have to like will myself out of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so like I do that. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've had to like train myself to do it. It doesn't happen
Yeah.
naturally.
I mean, I feel like most like same with like training myself to do it. It's just like, and then some days it doesn't work.
So
Yeah.
it just doesn't work. I
Yeah.
think it's
Some
like,
days I'm like, I'm not even looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not today.
Not today. But I think like also it's just so important to like tell yourself the things you want to hear from other people.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, put on your favorite song and dance.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But, like, avoiding the mirror too helps. Like, you don't have to, like, you're just dancing around a room, you're feeling good in your body, not necessarily, like, stuck on what you're seeing in the reflection. Because, like, I always see something different than what I see on camera or, like, in pictures. So, like, I don't try to get hung up in that because it'll probably bother me too long.
Yeah.
So, like, if you need to, step away, don't look at it.
Yeah, like normally like I'll put on like some Lizzo and be like,
Yeah.
you know,
Gonna be that
Yeah.
bitch.
start dancing.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Yeah.
try, you know how like sometimes we'll write letters of things that we want to let go of and
And then you burn it. Oh,
yeah.
I love doing
I
that.
think it's important to do the opposite of that as well, to write a letter to ourselves about everything that we love, and sometimes doing that exercise, writing to the inner child in us,
That sounds so beautiful.
from where we are now,
Mm.
you can write to that child and let them know, hey, here's what's gonna come and here's what's gonna happen and here's what you're gonna get from it. And like, it'll help you remember all of the things that you are and like want it and put it away for needy times and then remind yourself, you know, because that's gonna heal you.
Yeah.
You have homework.
Yeah.
Or just,
I love it. Does anyone else have anything? Like, what ways do you most need reassurance?
For me, reassurance is, especially in a relationship, whether it's a friendship or, you know, family or especially a lover, is to know that when they're making decisions that will impact me, they actually think of me. Like, they actually look at, oh, is my partner available, or are they gonna want to do this, and like include me in the decision making process. Unless it's a surprise, then, you know, go all out. But I think even when people give gifts and things like that, not that I judge or anything, but I do realize that sometimes, like around the holidays, like the gifts that I will select for the person that I'm with are very intentional. They all have something to do with the person. And I noticed that a lot of the partners that I was with would buy things that would make them happy to see me receive. And I was like, ew, like there's zero, like this is not for me. Like, yes, I'm going to be wearing it, but you're just happy because you bought it for me to wear. So it's like a territorial type of thing. I don't vibe with that stuff.
So Sol has lots of lingerie.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
No, actually, I was thinking more like sneakers, but.
Oh.
That's an odd.
So her
thing.
men had feet things.
Yeah.
Or people.
It is what it is.
No, but I feel
mean,
like
I
that's
love,
one of those
I love
red
me a good
flags.
sneaker, but yeah, that was the thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
I had one of my exes that, you know, he's a good person, don't get me wrong, but I remember like it was going to be his sister's birthday, and I knew something, and I knew he knew this about his sister too, but like she had shared with me like what she collects, which were like sunglasses. And for her birthday that was coming up, he wanted to get her a pair of sneakers. That's his thing. That's what he loves. Like, you know, it's okay.
That's
like
so
he's allowed.
selfish.
And you know, so I was like, why? Like, isn't that what you get her like every year? Yeah, but she loves it. Of course she's gonna tell you she loves it. Of course,
Oh,
like
she
she
loves
loves you, so of course she's gonna tell you she loves it. Like, why? It's a gift, right? But like, go the extra mile. And so, for me, it's like non-negotiable. And when people give me gifts, not if it's like friends and stuff, but if it's a lover or somebody that's important to me in my life, and they give me something that's so basic, like without any real kind of meaning or depth behind it, especially if I feel like we have a good connection, then it's like, what are you doing? Like I have to reevaluate because I might be too.
And it's also like,
invested.
why'd you waste your money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I know if I had to get something for Brendan, I wouldn't know what to get him, but I know it would have to be a bold color block, like a
It
block
needs to be
color because
orange or
yeah.
blue.
Yeah, I know he loves blue. Yeah, I would have to go with what I know of him, and then it would have to like speak to. So that's it's really the little things. So that's the reassurance I need. If I don't get that from my partner, get out of the way.
It's not even just that, it's also from friends. Like I have a friend who like we're definitely growing apart, and part of it
okay too.
part of it, I mean, you go in and out of things, but like part of what really hurts is like I feel like I'll do really intentional things like every birthday or like Christmas, like I actually gave gifts that were like super like they mentioned that they liked it, and I went and I found it, and I remember I looked for like weeks, and then like this past year nothing. I didn't even get it. Well, the first year I got some stupid T-shirt, and like I was like, "What is this?" And then this past year there was nothing, and I actually just reached out and I was like, "I need to give you less stuff."
Yeah.
Because like, you don't.
Reciprocate.
Yeah.
To play devil's advocate, I don't feel like you should expect people to do the same things you do.
No, but like,
Yeah.
you're right. Like, I shouldn't expect it. But
Like,
I was like, I also realized that I was like, I need to just. If I'm going out of my way like that, I am actually like, I'm doing too much. So like, it's not that it's not that I expect the exact same thing back.
Yeah.
It's like, because like I was treating them the way that I like treat my family, like my mom and my sister. We got into this weird pattern of like giving money, and I was like, guys, like I actually really like when we give each other like nice gifts.
Yeah.
So now like every Christmas, like, you know, like I'll like buy my Christmas gifts like 5 months in advance or something, because like,
So it's the time.
yeah, so like right now,
Right
so
now.
like, but like it's more intentional, and
Yeah.
like both my mom and my sister were like, we actually really like that you pushed for gifts to come back, because now like Christmas is it's more loving. So I was just like, I just misjudged the friendship, and I needed to just sort of like deprioritize it so that I'm not setting myself up to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but like I also had an ex who like for Christmas he gave me a book, like a thick ass book by some author that I'd never heard of, because he knew that like I was an English major in college, and I was like, that's weird. Then he gave me some random
Just a
alcohol.
book.
It was like 3 gifts, and then like chocolate from the airport, and I was like, what?
Wow.
At the airport.
I was like, and that was, you know, we broke up soon after that, but I was like, you don't know me at all.
I think the gifts is just like a way to highlight it, but just to be clear, like it's behaviors, right? It's like the way that people behave, like.
Well, you said it's the thought. You
It's
want
the
them to
thought, yeah.
show
It's
and
the
verbalize
consideration, yeah.
that they're thinking of you.
It doesn't have to be a nice gift, it's just the thought, like, you know.
Like when you receive or when somebody behaves in a specific way or does a specific gesture,
Yeah.
and they're doing it because they know that about you. That's like that makes you feel
love,
reassured.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes you feel like, wow, this person actually gives a shit.
For me, reassurance, I used to really need reassurance around intelligence. Like that was really important to me, and like to the point where like if someone asked me a question growing up and I like about like a fact about the world or something you might learn in school and like I didn't know the answer, I would avoid showing that I didn't know and then like internally beat myself up, be like, you stupid, like you don't know the answer. Like I used to like really have that internal conflict.
Be hard on yourself, yeah.
Really hard, like, and then I remember just hearing one time, like, probably like end of high school, early college years, like just hearing like the idea like it's okay not to know everything, and it just like took the air out of that balloon that was like ready to pop, and yeah, it's totally okay, and it's totally okay to verbalize like, hey, I don't know the answer to this, but like I can go find it, or like. But that's I felt like that was such an important thing. Like it was such a social thing that I like had to prove my intelligence. Yeah, it was really intense.
Yeah, I felt like that before, definitely.
Yeah.
But I would say my answer to this question is more emotional. Like, I would need reassurance. Like, if I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to be vulnerable and emotional with you, I need the reassurance that, like, not that what I'm feeling isn't too much, but that I'm not spending too much time on it. Because, like, it'll take me a really long time to bring something up to begin with.
Yeah.
And if I feel any type of invalidated, like, I'll just close up again.
Yeah.
And, like, if the conversation changes and you don't come back to it, like, I'm not going to bring it up again. Like, I just, like, shut down. So, like,
you internalize it from that point on.
yeah, so the reassurance I would need in those moments is just, like, someone to hear, but then also, like, validate it in the moment.
Do you express that?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Because then it feels like pleading. You're like, hey, pay attention to me.
No,
I don't know.
it's not. It's a need. It's just like the love language we were talking about before. I
Yeah.
get it. It's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
But I would encourage you to like look
And
at
so
that.
it
once you start
Yeah, say it
practice
out
doing
loud,
it,
and you'll be
it'll feel
surprised how many
easier.
people will meet you where you need them to be. Yeah, because you like people don't know what they don't know, right? So if you
Yeah.
don't express it, like not to put that
No,
on
I get
you,
it. Yeah.
but like I think it's one of those things like with reassurance, like you have to identify what you need first before you can expect other people to be able to give it to you. And then once you identify it, you have to say it to be able to express it. That's just me, like, but I think like try it, see what happens.
So you're saying like
Let me
sit
know.
down before I'm confiding and be like, hey,
Preposition.
like
Here's
what would I
the-
say? Hey, listen to me. Like
So
I want you to know that you're taking this seriously.
No,
or
You just really want to feel
hey,
heard
listen,
in this
I'm
moment.
gonna share something with you, and it's taken a lot for me to be able to share it. So
Right.
I would really appreciate if you could like be that safe space for me, and we can talk about it after and see how you feel. But like
right.
you know, there's no need to put expectations on the other person. It's really about what you need, and it sounds to me like you need like a safe space where the person is not going to be judgmental. What I've had that with my friends, and so I used to be like really out there and like just like verbal diarrhea and just dump everything on them. And then I had a moment where like when it was done to me, I was like, what the hell? I don't have that capacity. And I realized, oh, I've never asked them if they have the capacity to hear me out. And sometimes they'll say no. I'll be like, cool, fair enough. Like,
Right.
I'll go knock on somebody else's door because I need help right now. But you'd be very surprised. I was telling this to MJ the other day actually, that everybody deserves to have respect, to have love, and to be happy, whatever that means for them. And I think that when you're able to speak up, the people who truly care about you or that also have that same self-love, respect towards them are going to meet you exactly
Right.
where you need them to be. Anybody else is just going to weed them out for you.
So you're saying like it's good information how they respond
Yeah.
to the request.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also take into consideration what they're going through in their lives. Like there's other components, but don't make excuses for people. When they show you who they are, believe them the first time.
I also think, especially when you ask for something, like if they, because if you just assume someone knows
Yeah.
what you want, then that's not fair.
Right.
But if you ask for something and then they don't give it, then that tells you a lot.
Expectations and assumptions are the
Yeah.
biggest killer of joys in relationships.
Happy Tears wild card.
Ooh.
Freshly pulled from the green category. What do you spend too much time doing?
Overthinking.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like making up scenarios that I know are not real, thinking people are upset with me, thinking just too much about things that don't. I think also like my overthinking is a lot of like filling in the blanks, and if someone lets me fill in the blanks, it's not good.
Yeah.
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 Like I wish my mind was. It's a positive place in sometimes, but like if there's like anxiety involved, so overthinking.
Because the more present you can be and like connected with the moment in time, like the more fully you can live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like so I was just in Chicago, and like I had this it's for an actor, singer, dancer showcase, and like when I'm there I run the kind of like music panels, and then also like what's going to happen after the showcase, like what, you know, like how do you talk with like the agents and managers and stuff. And it's such an inspiring experience because there are all these people, they're like putting themselves out there, they want to be actors, they want to be dancers, whatever. And so I normally will like sing on the Friday night because I get so inspired by like cheering these people on that I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do a little number. But a lot of times, like when I perform, like I'm just so in my head, like I'm like, oh, that note wasn't perfect, or like I'm not gonna remember the words, or like I don't like my outfit. So like, but I had this experience where like I planned it just enough that I was like really present when I was singing, and I was like having fun doing it, and I was like, yeah, if I could just get out of my head. You know, I could sing like that every time I get on stage, just like really happy and engaged, and like, you know, all the things that you think are gonna go bad, like they don't actually happen, because, you know, you're never as bad as you think you are. So like, it's just like telling myself to stop thinking is like hard.
I think already that you have like that intentional
Yeah.
practice is like such a great place to be, because you'll always be thinking of that going into those experiences. And you'll keep nurturing that practice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
And you'll
mean?
remember that time where it was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was like, that was really fun.
it's a good girl.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Any other?
I think mine is just like procrastinating, but like to the level where it's like, I'm not doing this one thing, so I'm gonna stress out about the fact that I'm not doing this one thing. So then you're not even enjoying whatever time
No, you're not.
you're avoiding
Sorry.
doing that. No, it's I get it. Like I find like it happens a lot with work. I dissociate a bit because like everything's online. I'm online all the time. I'm on my screen. Like it's just a lot, and there's so many distractions. So then I like procrastinate a lot, but then I'm guilty every single time I put off a task, or when I go back to it and I'm not doing it fast enough, or you know I keep losing my train of thought. Then I beat myself up over it. So it's like kind of overthinking, kind of procrastinating ish
Do you ever get like overwhelmed from it?
all the time.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like getting started is so hard, but
Yeah.
you feel overwhelmed because like just you're like, oh, but I still haven't done it, and it like
Yeah, the
Yeah.
more you put it off, the harder it's gonna be to start it.
yeah.
It also depends on the mood. If I change my space, like literally leaving my house, I work better. I work better like that library mindset where there's other people around you working. I also work better in that setting too, or even cafes. Like I need eyes on me so that I can like hold myself accountable. And like at work, I'm so like autonomous that I'd ask like employees that I work with colleagues. I'd be like, hey, I want to finish this project by like tomorrow. Please check in on me. I'm like, please ask for this. And then they'll be like, it's no big deal. Like I know you're working hard. I'm like, no, like actually bully me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm begging you.
Yeah.
So we call that an accountability buddy.
Yeah, accountability partners. Yeah.
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 I will say the way I found grace for myself in that dance that's like so common is like realizing that I have different periods, like say within the same month I might have like 40% of the month where it's like you're in that headspace of like putting things off and not like getting to them, or like working on it a little bit here, a little bit there, but like so much overlap and so many distractions. But then you just have like those like 3, 4, 5 days of the month where you just like for some reason you're just like crushing to-dos and you feel really good.
Yeah.
And I think like whenever I feel that I'm putting too much pressure on myself about that to do, I remind myself of like the big picture of like, oh, it's just not one of those days where I'm crushing it.
Right.
And it helps me just like move through it.
Yeah.
Knowing that those days will come again, but this is part of Brandon's process of working. It's like having those 2 weeks where you're just moving things a little bit, you know?
How annoying though.
Next question?
Yeah.
Who from the cast is most susceptible to joining a cult?
This is actually really funny because my friends say it all the time, like all the time, that I would end up in a cult. I think, I go between like I could be a cult leader and I could be in a cult. Cult leader just because I think I would be really good at like drawing people in and like convincing them. And the only reason I think that is because all the science-y people that I've met, like I get them into zodiacs. They're like, oh, I don't believe in that stuff. Like, it's just whatever. And then like at parties, I'm like, so this is your birth chart and this. And they're like, wow, that really is me. And I'm like, yeah.
You're like, would you like to donate to the Kayla Fund?
And then I'll go to parties and they're like, why didn't you bring your tarot cards? And I'm like, like I did this. So I think I could be a good leader, but I also think I could like, I don't want to say I would blindly follow, but like, I was almost like convinced to be a Mormon. I was in the metro. I was in the metro, and the metro shut down, and these girls came up to me, and they were like, I don't understand French. Like, what are they saying on the speaker? And I was like, oh, they're just saying that the metro's going to come back in like 10 minutes. Great. So then they're like chatting with me. I don't really know what happened. I think I blacked out. Not actually. Like, they
Did
know
they drop
what?
you?
Yeah. Like,
we were hypnotized.
Yeah, we were in the metro chatting, but then somehow, like, I added them on Facebook, or we exchanged numbers or something. And my friends were like, how the heck did this happen?
Somehow.
I'll tell you why, okay? I was just mesmerized by her, like, big brown eyes. And I was just like, sure, here's my Facebook. Like, I'll come
Take
play
my social
volleyball
media.
with you guys on the weekend. My friends, I come back and I tell a story. They're like, Kayla, what's wrong with you? I was like, no, I would follow Sister Trinity anywhere.
Is it Sister Trinity?
Oh
Oh,
my god.
Oh my god.
I kind of was in that call.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. So it's hard to talk
Queerness is not a cult.
about. No. It's hard to talk about because it was very life changing. But you know, I've watched enough of the like cult documentaries on Netflix to kind of be like, especially when I watched like Nexium, like the Nexium. I watched and listened to like all the podcasts and it, and like. It was this thing that was supposed to be like leadership development training. My mom went to it. I went to it. My whole family, like the immediate family, went. But it's one of those things where like you take a class and then at the end they sign you up for the next class, and then like, you know, you're always, it's kind of like a Ponzi scheme where like you're always supposed to like bring guests and get them to sign up. And what was weird about it is that like the things I learned there were really powerful and transformative, and like I kind of used it as like a way to get over like some of the worst things that have happened in my life. Like after my dad died, I went back and I took a course, and then it helped me kind of transition, and I got fired 3 times, and so I went back and I took another course. But I feel like I was just aware enough to not like become like a Bible thumping member of this thing, and like just use it for that. And then I would always be like, at the end of the course, they'd be like, you should sign up for the next one. I was like, nope, going back to real life, because you can't, because I don't even want to say the name because I feel like that's like weird, but like I had a feeling that I was like, this can be useful, but not if you end up just living in that world. Because it is kind of like next to me, like you're supposed to transform like everyone around you and blah blah blah, and I always felt like icky doing it, so I would like only bring like one guest or whatever, and it was like very awkward. But like, I just always knew that I was like, okay, but like don't believe it, but like use it to, I don't know, just change your life when you need it, because it helped me come out of the closet too. To like my family, so like it really did help.
Yeah.
But when I was watching the Nexium documentary, I was like, but this sounds, it sounds so similar. Luckily, there was just no one who was like, you know, molesting anyone, and like it wasn't like that. But like, kind of was in one, so probably me.
But that's cool. But yeah,
I have an answer. Hi Layla. But I'm saying this in such a loving way, because when she was describing like her perfect woman and like the way she's very into like self-help and all this, like it's the same way that I think like a handsome man could take me to a cult. I think a beautiful long dark hair with big lips woman could take Layla into a cult.
Yeah.
I could also like see myself joining like a yoga cult, like going for like, you know, one of those like,
You want to be part of a cult?
Huh?
Retreats.
yeah, like going on like a yoga retreat, getting my
Wellness
license,
thing,
you know, becoming vegetarian again, and just like, you know, I'm very like granola like that. So yeah.
do we think MJ?
Yes.
No.
No, I don't think MJ's family would let him.
No.
Like, no, but I say that like
They would step in.
Absolutely not. Yeah, they'd be like, come back home. I don't know them, but I assume.
Why I don't think MJ? Because he's constantly asking every single person for consent, and so I think the fact that he has that
They.
I'm sorry, thank
That's
you for
okay.
catching me. I feel like because they have that mindset of constantly asking for consent, that they're also aware of their own boundaries, I can't speak for them, but like from what I know of that individual, like I really feel like, how can I put this? They might not be comfortable kind of like affirming themselves in specific situations, for example, but they do have the feelings, and so I feel like that critical thinking and that like checking in with themselves would be what would stop them from going into a cult. Yeah, but I agree with Alanna. I don't think his family, that their family would let them. Yeah.
What raised you, Tumblr or Twitter?
Tumblr.
Yeah, MSN. What do you mean? Oh, MySpace.
Yeah.
Oh my god, when you could have the song. Well, I guess you can now, but when you could have the song and you had your top friends, you know.
But MSN came before MySpace. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
MySpace.
No
MSN, yes. No MySpace.
Also MSN, because I wish to this day if I could just, you know, when you what was the word? Where you could buzz someone and their screen would shake. Oh, I'd be all up on that if I could do that on someone's phone. I guess that's what calling is, but like.
I'm really sad I missed like Tumblr porn. Like I feel like I found out about it like just before Tumblr like was kind of like taken away. So I feel like I could have had so much more fun on it. But like,
Tumblr still can confirm that was a big problem with me and my ex because I was like, why do you have Tumblr on your phone? And that was why.
because it's porn.
It's still a thing.
I thought they shut down the website.
Well,
I don't even know
No.
what Tumblr is.
It
I
was,
got raised on pagers.
it was kind of like
I'm dead.
I don't-
Raised in the streets.
And you know what's weird? It's really hard to describe what Tumblr was. It was like basically you could just like put stuff on a web page and it's like lots of like pictures and photos and
But
posts and
aesthetic.
stuff.
Email people.
Yeah.
So was it like the what's that Snapchat before Snapchat?
No. No.
Yeah.
No. Picture kind of
No
like
idea.
Stick to the pagers.
Yeah.
Kind of like Pinterest.
Yeah.
But
I saw
with,
the
like,
birth of cell phones.
emotional quotes.
Yeah.
And the
So it's like an
haircuts.
emo app.
Yeah.
Aesthetic vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you could also like it was also like a black hole. Like if you started clicking on someone's page, it would take you to like
Oh my
another
God,
one,
yeah.
and then like you just
Yeah, that's
You
kind
never-
of how the
Picture?
internet works.
Reddit and Pinterest together.
had a baby.
Yeah, had a
things
baby.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
And sometimes
yeah.
people would like make it like almost like a journal because you could do posts. So like sometimes if you found like certain Tumblrs, like people would actually like write a lot of stuff on them.
Okay.
My friend and I started a Tumblr, and it was all about it was all about like just ratchet things that would happen to us in New York. It was really fun.
And it doesn't exist anymore because I would read.
Can
Well,
we find it?
I'd read. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we ended up taking it down because like some of the stuff was like so ratchet.
Also, you're like, when we get older, this is gonna.
Yeah. I think we took it down just for
Your
our,
online
like, our,
footprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get an example of like what the stories would be? Or
It was my straight friend and
Oh.
me, and like people would when we started like sharing with people, like our friends started like sending us stuff.
So
like
add
to it.
like you had a podcast before a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of like that, and it was
No, it's
like,
very Gossip Girl.
but it was
Yeah,
like
very
it was
Sex
like,
in the City.
but you know, like just like yeah, but it was
If they
always
like
like
it.
awkward, like funny sex things.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't raised on either, so.
I just want to add that like I think it's really cool that y'all got raised with like knowing that there would be a digital footprint as opposed to like my generation, like we were the first ones, so we had
yeah.
no idea of anything that was coming, and so it was
Do you remember like
I mean,
Live Journal?
no, I wasn't on the internet like that, but
Okay.
no.
No, I just remember when I first moved to the States from Zimbabwe, like I didn't have a Live Journal, I had a MySpace, but like at another point in time I also had a Live Journal. And like I was so dumb. I was writing about my life on the internet.
I think everybody was. Honestly.
Yeah, but it was just so stupid. Like
Yeah.
who does that?
I think everybody was, to be very honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Everyone's
think,
still
like
that.
And I was super depressed that first year, and like I thought that my friends like weren't even thinking of me, but they're like, no, we saw your MySpace and you were so miserable, and we were like really worried for you. And I was like, why didn't I just call them instead of like writing about
Yeah.
like how homesick I was?
Mm.
But like that was so dumb, and I hope to God that it's been deleted because I don't want.
probably out there somewhere.
I don't want.
Someone's gonna find it.
Yeah. I'm like, I
This
really,
is-
that was so stupid. Like, why why would you write about your whole life? It was like this one time, like, there was this guy that, like, we were dating over the summer, and I, like, Googled my name, and I found his live journal, and he's like, things aren't gonna work out with me, John. And I was like, oh, I should not be reading this.
Stop.
But
Oh
it's
my
'cause-
god! But it's anyone can read it.
Well, I think I think it's been taken down now. But, like...
Oh, probably
The one that got away.
the one that. There it goes again.
Who's someone you've never met but influenced your worldview?
Wendy Williams.
Nice.
Does everyone know who she is? I forgot that I actually went to the TV show for a taping.
Shut up.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Oh, you kind of met. Oh.
Yeah, so I kind of met her, but like I started watching her. I started watching it, and she was just so sassy and so funny, and I just loved her sense of humor, and like I feel like I kind of like took some things.
Like the messy part? 'Cause she's messy.
Not
She
that
called
part.
you
I
messy.
don't think she. I don't think
No.
she's
Did you
as-
hear that? Did you hear that?
No,
That was
no,
a
no.
statement.
No, just you know, like a little bit of like the side eye and like like
The T6.
Well, I just love how she was like she used this phrase like dipping and doing it, like when you're single you should be or like the best way to get over someone is to get underneath someone else. And I live by that. Like every time I go through a breakup, I'm like, I need to get their physical chemistry out of my body, and it works every time.
Sorry.
It does.
Kayla, what about you?
No one's coming to mind.
No?
No. I'd skip for now.
I would say some of my favorite artists, Loyal Carner, Frank Ocean, Tom Misch, like come to the top of my mind. Say when I think of like Tom Misch, he got me through university just on like his first disc kind of thing. Like it was like something I listened to for so long, and now when I think back to like calm moments or like moments where like I need to like refine myself, like I associate it to that music.
Mm-hmm.
So life changing in the way like it continues to change because like I associate it with such good memories that like if I'm ever feeling bad and I listen to it, I feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I relate to that. Music, and everyone knows I'm a Swiftie, but like I think beyond like the superficial like biggest pop star in the world, cult like following, it's just been interesting to grow up with an artist and see how they've navigated things in their own industry, in their own life. And I do have a lot of respect with how she's handled herself.
Right.
And yeah, I don't even feel the need to be like a Taylor Swift apologist or apologize for like being a fan. Like I just feel like in every sort of like challenging moment that she's been through, whether it was like the radio host that harassed her or it was like getting her like re-recording her albums, like I just feel that she's navigated things in a holistic way that maybe is felt selfish to some people, but I just think she's very values driven, and I do feel that.
She's
I feel
very
connected
grounded.
to that.
She comes across as very grounded. Like I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, nowhere close to where you are, but like from someone outside looking into who she is and not knowing her, I think she's someone that's very grounded. She knows exactly what she wants, and she goes to the beat of her own drum. Like she won't falter on who she is.
Yeah.
And I think she's been able, like she started very young, so I think
The moment I really connected with her was the Netflix documentary Miss Americana, where she had that moment where she like, I think it was her putting out a post about a political party that she wanted to support in her home state, and it was like seeing her have these emotional conversations of like tearful eyed conversations, being like, I have to say something, like I just can't not say
while her
something.
management team is like saying maybe you shouldn't, and then like luckily there's that woman sitting next to her and like, you're not listening to her, Taylor.
Right, yeah.
Really feel strongly about this.
But I relate to that feeling of like, I just don't have it in me to not say something. Like, I have to speak up for what is just right, you know? And that was a moment that really clicked for me personally, where I was like, I see her humanity beyond the sparkle, you know? Like, there's a real woman in there fighting for something real.
something I feel that way about Florence and the Machine. Like, there's something about her music that, like, I don't know, it's like, it's almost like, I like, are you okay?
No.
Are you okay?
I thought you were about to cry. I was like, oh, you like Florence too?
No, I was like, oh my god, you really love redheads.
No, Florence the Machine, I feel like just from the beginning of her career when she sang You Got the Love, like that song is like so uplifting and it's like very popular in the gay community. There's something like so uplifting about her music in a way that we're like I didn't even realize like how big of an ally she was because like I'm like kind of obsessed with her. Like I went to almost every concert that she did in New York City and I saw her like second performance ever in New York and she like burst into tears because she was like, it's so amazing to come here and you guys can like sing along with my songs. At one of the concerts, and it was just after like Lin-Manuel had said love is love, and then like gay marriage was becoming legal in the United States, but there were still like some people who were like some politicians with their opinions saying bad stuff. But we were at her concert, and she had this song called Colors, and the lyrics are like, say my name. And we will never be afraid again. We are shining. You know, yeah, you know that like and like I mean like I was almost like crying because like she like I didn't even realize it was like a like it could be like taken as like a pro pride song, but she like whipped out a gay a pride flag and was like running. I'm gonna cry. She was like running back across the stage and she was just like so beautiful to be there. I didn't know I needed it.
Need a hug?
Maybe. Thanks.
Got it.
But it's like it's weird when like, you know, you're such a fan of someone and then like they really stand up for you and you don't even know them. It's really nice.
Why? Sorry.
I totally as you were starting to share and I kind of felt the direction, like I was getting emotional because it's one thing to like see that on a screen when you like see a recap of like Coachella and like an artist brings out a pride flag and you're like, oh, that's cute. When you're in an audience and you feel that euphoria in community and then you see that moment where an artist that you love decides to do that, that's like,
and she doesn't have
melted.
to, you know.
I melt immediately. It's really powerful. And it can feel like, oh, it's, you know, I know like Imagine Dragons, like that, the lead singer, you know, does that at almost every show, and even people within the gay community are like, you know, it feels performative or might have their opinions on it, but being there and knowing how many queer people are still out there that need those moments to feel seen, it's like, it's
just the hope that you
powerful.
can give people is really powerful.
Would you rather say goodbye to everyone before leaving a party or pull an Irish goodbye?
Irish goodbye 100%. If I'm tired, I'm out. Like, I'm not negotiating with my energy. I got to go.
I'm not negotiating with my energy.
Wow, I love
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, put that on a t-shirt.
Oh my God.
I'm not negotiating with my energy.
Copyright.
I really love it.
I'll say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, I'm Irish, but I don't do Irish accents. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it takes me forever to leave.
Yeah.
I'm always like trying to like say like, so nice to see you, blah blah blah, thank you, and it just takes forever.
No, I think I'm okay. I'm good at ending. Like I want to say goodbye because like sometimes if it's a big party, you didn't have enough time with that person. So I still want to acknowledge that, hey, like I wish I spent time with you, or like it's good to see you, kind of thing. Depending on like how close we are. The rest I'll just be like, bye guys, I'm leaving. Like I will announce it. Like even like I went to a friend's birthday party, but she's kind of like an acquaintance, and then it was a bunch of people through the acquaintance, so it was like a shit ton of people I didn't know, and I was like, oh, thanks for having me in your home. I was like, it was great meeting you. Like just like work in the room instead of just being like
Yeah. I think it depends on how many people are there too, you know, like if it's like this, like obviously you're not just gonna
No, bro.
But yeah, if you're in a place where there's like a lot of people, first thing I do when I go to a party is go acknowledge the host and like, you know, bring something because that's how I was raised. And also, like I said, I don't negotiate with my energy. I used to, and I would pay the price every single time. And so I think there's a way to do it where you can make sure that you follow up with the person that's the hosting. They're the most important. If you have other people that were there, if they really know you like that, any friend of mine knows me that like, if I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mood. And it's not, like, I'm not gonna try to please anybody. Like, I'll be conscious, I'll be intentional, I'll be kind. I'll follow up with a text, I'll follow up with a call, I'll make the time. But in that moment, if I got to go, I got to go.
Share a sweet or surprising moment you once had with a total stranger.
I've fallen in love in Europe so many times. So many times, but my favorite one. I'll give a full story so you understand why it was so cool. So when I was in Italy, I met a guy from Norway. And back in the day, I would buy a plane ticket for any reason. Like, any reason. So on my way home from Italy, I was in the airport, and he was like, come visit me in Norway. And then so I was going to Norway 3 weeks later. And our birthdays, mine is June 14th, his was like June 18th. And I was going like June 16th or something like that. And then the first text I woke up to on my birthday was like, oh, don't come. But also, like, please remember, like, this man owed me nothing. I knew him for, like, not even 24 hours. Like, he owed me nothing, yeah. And then I was like, frig, I have an unrefundable ticket to Norway. Where am I going to go? So I went to Berlin instead by myself. And it was, like, a whole process to get there. And then I ended up going to this, like, hostel that was made for, like, solo travelers. And I met this guy who was, like, instantly, like, a soul person. Like, we literally met, like, the first night I was there. And then he ended up, like, prolonging his trip, and we spent like all our time together for like a week in Berlin. We both cried when we were leaving each other, but it wasn't even like haha fall in love, but like we got along. Then we talked for years after. He wrote me a letter and stuff. Like it was just it felt like it was like, okay, I'm so glad I didn't go to Norway because I got to meet this person. But who was a total stranger, and then who, like, especially when you're traveling, I feel like if you're solo traveling, you get to know people so well, because like you are just in your truest form and they're in theirs, and you're just like and you're both experiencing new things, and it's just like so nice. And then it was like within a week, it didn't feel like he was a total stranger at all. But yeah,
Very cool.
So poetic.
Back to get over someone, get under another one.
I never even got on top of the other one.
And get a letter.
And get a letter. I also just want to say how hard, like, I put in work to get to Berlin. So it was like Montreal, Iceland, Oslo, Norway to wherever else he was in Norway. Then for me to take a flight to Hamburg to Berlin, and then the train from Hamburg to Berlin, for me to get off at the wrong stop and end up not in Berlin. And it was just a whole process, but then it was so worth it.
So
But I was like, all this for a guy I met, like, we went on one hike, and I thought he was, anyway, I got a little smarter as I got older. Like, a little.
But I love it. I love how adventurous you were in that moment, just like saying yes to life. And
Yeah, my mom was like, oh my god, just like, you know, basically, well, she didn't say take the L, because my mom doesn't talk like that, but like, she said, you know, like, accept the loss and like, just don't go. I was like, like, I was like, no way I spend money on a ticket, I'm not gonna go somewhere, so then I just spent more money. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good story.
Have there been any like moments like in passing that were just like, they could have been like short moments, like on a bus or a subway, on a plane, that come to mind, like where it's just like, oh, like I had this like special interaction that like, and I never saw the person again.
I'm on a recent flight home. Usually I'm like so moody on a flight, and especially because I didn't get on the flight before. But I wasn't in a bad mood on my flight to Dubai. Like it was South Africa to Dubai, so it was a 15-hour flight. And I ended up like, I forget, the guy next to me, there was like no seat in between. The guy next to me was like, if you want to put your feet up, because I sleep in like the weirdest of ways on planes, and he probably was like, this girl's so uncomfortable. And then turns out he's like an entrepreneur in Dubai, and he like travels the world, and we like talked for like hours. Now he still likes all my Instagram posts. Like it's just like he was like, oh, like he sends me groups of like entrepreneurship things to join, and it just felt so like serendipitous. And he was just so nice too. Like it wasn't like oh, this guy's trying to hit on me. It's anything. It's just like we're just talking as like two people who do similar things.
You're like, he gave me a foot massage, but like.
I wish. Absolutely not. No, he put no, wait. There was an empty seat that I put my feet on. No, there was an empty seat between us that I put my feet on. My feet were not on him.
Did he write you a letter?
No, I didn't get a letter.
I just met these they're friends, 2 trans women, at a bar this past week, and they were visiting Montreal from Florida. And when I first met them, I was like, oh, I'm so sad that you're 2 trans women living in Florida. Like, that must be terrible. And they're like, actually, it's not. And I was like, well, that's really hopeful. You know, that if they're, you know, dipping and doing it and living a good life, you know, like, that made me really happy because I'm
not dipping.
I was.
Doing it.
Yeah, they're dipping and doing it.
But it was just like, I don't know why, but like, you know, I was trying to really not make them feel uncomfortable because we were sitting next to one another, and I was like, don't stare, don't like, you know, like you can let them know that you're an ally, but like, you know, but don't make it weird, yeah. And then
how do you signal that you're an ally?
Body language.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know, but like by the end of the conversation,
like a wink.
No, but by like halfway into like talking to them, like 20 minutes in, like one of them was like, oh my god, and she like reached out to me, so I was like, okay, cute. I'm like, I'm not being crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but it felt really nice to like, you know, have a really nice like conversation with them and like to connect with, you know, fellow queer people. And before I left New York, I had a lot more like lesbian friends and was hanging out in like queer bars and had like more of like the full umbrella in my life. So I miss it. So like that's why I was like, don't be weird, don't be like super excited like just hanging out with trans people. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I had a moment because when you mentioned like a quick glance or something, so a lot of times people will be like, oh my god, this person is so like gorgeous, like I have a crush, and I'm like, whatever. I don't get easily like caught up in the physical aspect of things, but
when people say that about you?
No, about anyone.
About anyone.
Yeah,
okay. About
anyone. Like I'm not, you know, maybe Pedro Pascal might be like an exception, but there was one time I was in Côte des Neiges. I was taking the bus on my way home, and there's this guy that comes on to the bus, and I was like, oh my god, like I was like, what the hell, like. I've never till that day have had a reaction like that ever again. I don't know where he is. I don't know if it was an illusion. I don't know, like, I don't think he was an illusion, but like, he was just the most gorgeous man I have ever seen in my entire life. He was bald. He had a suit on that was like bright fuchsia. And the way that the color, no, it was like
this is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I was like, Pitbull? Do you mean Pitbull?
Not Pitbull. Not Pitbull. But this guy like was mixed, and he had freckles all over, like all
beautiful,
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous. Like the uniqueness of who he was just like.
Mr. What?
Yeah. But he had like the greenest eyes. He just had a very unique look. And the way he was dressed, it was just like pure confidence. Like the tie matched, and like everything was beautiful. So as he like, I was trying not to stare, but I could not. I was just like, I don't know if I'll ever see this guy again. I'm gonna look as long as I can, like just try to remember him. And he's still imprinted in my head. Like it's fading now, but when he got off the bus, which I don't even know what he was doing on the bus in the first place. Like he was looking so good. Like what is he doing? But anyways, and when he walked off the bus, he winked at me, and I was like,
stop.
Oh!
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah,
Really, my basement.
Yeah, he was just so gorgeous. So like, you know, I don't even know if he was from here. It was just like a moment.
He's from Miami.
Yeah, he's not even.
He was just like, I've never seen anyone like him ever since, and I don't think that I ever will, but I can tell you this: if I ever see him again, I'll know exactly who he is.
Kayla, do you want to finish us off with the story?
Sorry, overwhelmed.
I
The only thing that came to mind, in Cégep, I was in a philosophy class and we had to do oral exams. I forget what the heck we were talking about, but then each class there was like one person dedicated to teaching us the chapter or something. And anyways, so this one like really shy girl stands up there. She's like talking under her breath and like she kind of just like locks eyes with me and she can't look at anyone else, but she's staring at me. The teacher goes, "Why are you looking at her?"
Oh.
She's like, "I don't know. She seems like nice. Why are you looking at her? Does she have the answers?" And I was like, "Oh shit, okay." She was like, "No, like she's just like she makes me feel comfortable like standing here and like talking to the class. Like it's like just because I'm nervous and like she's like looking at me and smiling." It was just kind of a sweet moment where she was like, "You're making this easier for me." The teacher made it weird, but
Yeah, teacher sounds
Teacher
like
made
a
it really
bully.
weird, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Wow.
just a 3 of 5.
You really shot through that one.
I really
That
want
giggling?
to see the reaction.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That
I
giggling
could not
between the
help
two
it.
of you, I was like,
I want to see my reaction.
She
It
almost
was-
got you when you said oral.
Two, three, go.
Rip